Hi everyone in Academic Listening Strategies 2 class. Welcome to the 8th week of the fall 2020 semester. Today we are going to begin Unit 7. So you should have your textbook open to the page, page 143. And this is this page, okay, page 143. Before we continue, as we have been doing every week, whenever you see this mark, this stop sign on the screen, please stop the video and work on the activities as instructed in the video. That's one thing, okay? Number two, second thing you have to have is you have to have My Doc course folder. This is week 8, so week 8 folder open. So that is, if you open your week 8 folder, there will be some more after I finish the video, but you have the audio track for the Q classroom, that's from page 143, and the main listening activity for A and D activity on page 146 and 147 of your textbook. So you should have this page open so that you can listen to it during the video. So let's begin. The first thing we begin is from the Q Classroom Online. Okay, that's from the textbook over here. Listen to the conversation in the Q Classroom Online and then answer these questions. So what I'm going to ask you to do is stop the video here, go to the course folder and listen to the conversation. After you finish, try to write down your answers to these 3 questions. So please stop the video here. Okay, I hope you have done that. If you haven't finished, please continue. Go back and stop again and complete the activities. So did you listen and did you write your answers? Sure, number 1, why does Luna think it is difficult for young people to change the world? Number 2, what do Sophie, Marcus, and Felix agree is important? And number 3, which students' ideas do you agree with most and why? Number 3 is mostly your answer. So let's check number 1 and 2. Do you have the right answers or not? For number 1, Yuna says that adults don't always listen to young people's ideas. And for number 2, the students in number 2, they think adults and young people need to work together to change the world. Now let's talk about what does changing the world mean. Changing the world means thinking creatively to make changes, to bring changes, positive changes in the world. For example, the world has so many issues, so many problems, and people need to work together in a new ways to solve those problems, to get rid of those problems. So that's what changing the world means. For example, you might you could change people's behavior. For example, easy example is using chopsticks. Do you use disposable chopsticks, waribasi, or do you use reusable chopsticks? For example, if you have been using every time, if you use disposable chopsticks, that's a waste of like trees, okay? Waste of the natural resources. So you start reusing the chopsticks. That's one way to bring change. Another is like plastic bags. If you stop using plastic bags or if you start reusing them, that could be a small step to bring changes. Okay, these are some of the answers to the questions that we had in Q Classroom Online. I hope you had good answers for this one. Let's go to the next activity. So bring that up there. The next activity is the main listening activity. But before we go to listening, let's quickly talk about what the active listening is about. In this lesson, you're going to listen to a conversation about an advertisement, Coco maybe, for a summer program. So as you listen, gather information and ideas about whether young people can change the world. So do young people have the energy to change the world or not? That's the uh, idea you have to collect. That's the information you have to gather in this lesson. Let's go to look at some vocabulary, new words that we might hear in this lesson before we go to the real activity. Here are some words. Since the words have meanings right there, I didn't put them in the PowerPoint. So the first one is accept. You all know, to say yes to something. For example, if somebody gives you a gift, do you accept it? Or the opposite of accept is reject it. Okay. Of course, maybe we can accept it. Change your mind is you think in one way and you decide to think in different way, to decide to do something differently or to change your plan. For example, today's lesson, in the beginning, I was planning to give just assignment, but I changed my mind and I started making videos. That's change your mind. Three, specially, that's an adverb, which is more than usual or more than others, special. Next one, issue. I talked about that in previous section also. Issue is a problem, could be a problem, an important problem that people talk about. For example, the hot issue these days is COVID-19. That's an issue. Another examples we have been having is global warming is an issue. Okay. Next is make a difference. That's to do something to make a situation better. The example I gave you about the plastic bag or chopsticks, that could be considered as trying to make a difference. Okay, we try to do things in a creative way to address or to try to solve some issues. That could be trying to make a difference. Next, opportunity, you all know that's a chance. Progress, you all know, improvement or development. Progress, positive changes. And solve a problem is to find a solution, to find an answer or way to do something. Okay, please study this vocabulary one more time, and in this activity you have to submit your answers from number 1 to number 8 over there. Put the correct word in the correct sentences and then submit this by using the Google form link that will be available on my talk. That's about the vocabulary. Next is a preview. That's just a preparation of your mind. In this lesson, you're going to listen to a conversation about the International Leaders Summer Program. Summer program is a limited, like time limited program. People can go and learn a lot of things like summer camp. Maybe in Japanese, you can call it gashiku or something. I don't know. Look at the pictures. We have 6 pictures over there. And first picture talks about the environment. The second one, sports, government, technology, education, and healthcare. Which issues, which topics do you think the young people in this summer program learn about? And this is just guessing, okay? We don't exactly know, but you can guess which are most important topics the people might talk in the International Leaders Summer Program. So it's about leaders, okay? And check your answers. So I want you to stop the video right now and work on this. Stop the video here and check the answers for these. Which one do you think will the people talk about? So please stop the video. Okay, I hope you did a good job on this. So do you have your answers ready? Um, Let me give you the answers, okay? The topics the people are going to talk about is probably they talk about the environment. They talk about the government. They talk about education and they talk about healthcare. These 4 are the topics they talk about, they learn about in the summer program. Um, you don't have to have all right answers at this point. You're going to listen to the conversation now. Then you can know, oh, okay, these are the topics. So let's double check. These are the government, the environment, government, education, and healthcare are the topics the people in the summer program could learn about. Now it's time to do the main listening. Okay, for the main listening, now I'm almost at the end of the video. What you have to do is you have to listen to the conversation, and in the first part, check the statements that you think are true. In other words, this is true or false activity. Okay, actually rewrite the false statements to make them true. This one you don't have to do because rewriting through Google Forms doesn't help well. So just choose whether they are true or false. Okay, and that's one. For this, what you have to do is you have to go to listen to audio track for listening one, activity A and D. Okay, so remember this is the part you have to listen. Now I'm going to summarize the task for you. First thing, please do true and false. Second thing you have to do is identify. From the options you have, choose the correct answer. Which ones are correct? Number one, number two, I guess there are some more, to number six. Okay, and that's second activity you have to do. And the third activity you have to do is you have to fill in the missing information in this one. This one, it's difficult to put in the Google Forms, so I'm going to show you the Google Forms right now, how it comes up. Okay, and let me open up the Google Form for you. Your assignment will look like this for this week. Okay, you'll see this one. So let me show you what you have to do. In the first part, it's vocabulary, so choose the correct word for number 1 to number 8. And in the second part, you have true, false activity. So work with the listening, true or false. And for the third part, you have to choose the correct answer. And in the fourth part, it comes up in this way, okay? You have numbers right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 11. And you have number and options there. So for example, in number 1, what goes there? Choose the correct answer from there, okay? So you can stop the video here and do the listening. So the listening is from my dog, this part, okay? Do the listening, and when you finish, maybe you can listen 2 or 3 times. Finish the listening and submit your homework through the Google Form link that is available on my dog. So that's all for this week. Please use the Google Form link and submit your assignment. Next week, we will do listening 2 for Unit 7, but this week, that's all for today. I hope you're having good time. Please take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay happy. Goodbye.